Hello, this is Michelle Barr, and we are live. Okay, we are going to find out who the night owls are. I am definitely one. I have to tell myself to go to sleep late at night. I'm really in my zone from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So all the night owls are going to show up. Hi, welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. So finding out who all the night owls are and finding out who lives on the other side of the world. I really love how this works because I had a client that I met with just a couple of hours ago, and then I was meeting with one of my mentors who's in Bali right now. So it's that global online business that is so fun, and I really love it. I work a very varied schedule. So I wanted to jump on right now. I love all the people that are jumping on and joining. I wanted to jump on and talk to you about something I was just talking with my client about, and I found it very fascinating. I was telling her what I tell my clients often. You need to open the channels so that people can find you, so that your clients can connect with you, so that the money can come in along with everything else that you're asking for. This works when people are trying to attract jobs. This works when people are wanting to attract trips or different things coming into their life. But it really works when you are in business. Hello, it's great to see all of you. All these night owls or people on the other side of the world joining me right now. I am in Texas on Central Time. I always talk to my clients about the universe will connect the dots. We have to open the channels. That's why it's so important in building and growing these businesses that we get out there everywhere, that we're out there and we open the channels. Then the universe will do its part. The universe will connect the dots. I show up fully. I follow the breadcrumbs. I get myself out there. And by the time people find me, a lot of times people say, I don't even really know how I found you. I was clicking around, or the other day somebody said, I put some keywords in the search bar. One of them was soul, and I don't even remember. And I love to hear what people put in those search bars and how people found me. Thank you for the thumbs up and the hearts. And so people will come and find their way to me, but I've opened the channels. Too many times people are sitting and they're wondering why it's not working. You want to build what I call the well-oiled machine, where you have your social media and you have your website and you're building a list, and they all work together. Today, I attracted an amazing speaking gig in Costa Rica, which is somewhere I've really been wanting to go. And I found it because someone who was on Facebook knew me through somebody else. I would not have known to contact her. I didn't know she would be someone to talk to about an opportunity like that. But I have opened the channels, and she said, you give so much value on your Facebook Lives. We really love that. And so I'm out there being me, doing me, showing up as me, and people are watching. Same with clients. You get your valuable content out there and your clients show up. And when clients show up and ask to get on the phone with me or message me, a lot of times I don't know who they are. I've never talked to them unless I've been live speaking and have gotten to meet them, or they're already in my world. But I'll hear time and time again, I've been consuming your content. I watched you, I listened to you, I read you, and I know you're my coach, and I can't wait to talk to you. That's what it's about. It's opening those channels. People will come to me and say, I opened my business, but I'm not making money and I'm not getting clients. And I'll start looking. I do website audits. I go in and I follow those paths. Do you have a clear message? Do you have a clear offer? Do you have a clear path? So a couple of different things are happening. Sometimes They're not offering and inviting. That's what I did in the early days. I had a lot of fans and followers, and nobody was buying because I wasn't really selling. And a lot of times they're just not getting out there. For instance, I realized that there was another channel available to me that I had not been paying enough attention to. Hello, it is so good to see all these familiar faces who are up at the same time I am, late at night for me. So I realized I get a lot of my clients off Facebook. I get most of my clients off Facebook, and I've been doing all these Facebook Lives, and I started getting an intuitive hit, which I've learned over the years to pay attention to, and I kept getting, take your Facebook Lives and put them on YouTube. And I had kind of written YouTube off. Oh, I don't really go on YouTube anymore. Do people really use it? And so many people find me on Facebook. But then I followed inspired action, and I started putting my Facebook Lives on YouTube, and people started showing up telling me they found me on YouTube. They put in keywords and I came up in the search. Yesterday, I got a brand new year-long client who had found me on YouTube. If I had not followed that inspired action, I would not have found her. If other people had not shown up and told me, I found you on YouTube, I would have missed the boat. That's another channel. And once I opened that channel and started taking my Facebook Lives and putting them on YouTube, all of a sudden it's another channel open, and the universe can connect the dots. So here she was sitting up late at night. What should I put into the keyword search? Soul and whatever else she put in there, and then I pop up. So I can't orchestrate all of that, but I have to have the channel open. That's why it's so important. When I help people first build their business, I tell them you only need 4 things in the beginning. You need to build this foundation and this well-oiled machine. You need a website, and it can be a basic 4-page website at first. You need a PayPal account so you can get paid. You need social media, and then pick one that is your focus and use a couple of them and be out there with profiles in all the main ones, but then pick one that is your focus. And then you need an email system like an Aweber, MailChimp, something like that to be building your list, because your list is gold. And with those 4 things. So you see, YouTube is not my top one, but when I got the message, people can find you on YouTube, I opened that channel back up, and it has paid off. I can't tell you, in a very short time. I'm so glad you're loving this. Happy New Year, Lynn. It's great to have you join me. It's things like that. And so I was talking to my clients saying, just stay with it. Get out there. Open these channels. Get the website in order. Get the social media. And she's still working a full-time job and is wanting to get out of that job. And I've helped lots of people transition out of their jobs. So I know she's going to do it. In the meantime, I'm helping her maximize the time that she has. Consistency is more important than quantity. Consistency. So we made a plan of how she can use social media and her website. So we said, you can do your Facebook Lives consistently. How often can you commit to that? And then be writing a blog post over on your website. And then I'll show you how to cross-purpose everything. And it works. So then we got talking about The Secret of All Things, which at one time was a book that was really impactful for me, and the movie as well. And I have a lesson for you, whether you love The Secret or not, whether you're one of those people that didn't really pay attention to it or it wasn't on your radar. I actually meet some people who've never heard of it. But there were all these experts in The Secret, and it propelled their careers. And I've talked to 5 of them. And I want to share this with you, and it's probably true with all of them. And I love this. And my client and I started talking about it, and I thought, before I go to bed, I have got to share this, because it's all about opening all the channels, doing your part. You do your part first, and then the universe will connect the dots. So here's the thing with The Secret. it is that a lot of these people have these powerful stories about how they were just out there doing their business, but they weren't big and they weren't well known, and some of them were struggling, and they have these really powerful stories. And yet they had opened the channels and they showed up every day doing what they do. And I know because some of them have told me, and others I can imagine had those days of like, is anybody watching? Is anybody listening? Is this going to work? Is this working? And yet they stayed with it. Now, the 5 that I have talked to in person are Jack Canfield, John Assaraf, James Ray, Joe Vitale, and Lisa Nichols. And they have all told me these amazing stories of how this Rhonda Burns just showed up in their life and invited them to be part of this thing. And she found them because they were out there, and the secret took off and propelled their careers. Huge, huge. That can happen to anyone. So what looks like overnight success, get this, it's not overnight success. They had opened the channels. They were showing up in their local communities. They were showing up all over the globe. They were showing up. Some of them, when that happened, didn't even have what we have now. You can show up just like this on a Facebook Live now. We have so much more than they had. But what I want you to see is where they were, showing up every day, believing, holding to that vision, but not just visioning, but taking action and showing up every day. And the more I do that, the more the universe connects the dots and brings the people to me. But I have to have out there ways for the universe to direct people to me. Are you getting that? You could be opening more channels than you have now. Are you out there? Are you consistent with whatever time you have available? Are you consistent? And are you getting out there and opening those channels? I monitored the last 3 big clients I got over the last 2 weeks. One yesterday came from YouTube, found me on YouTube. One found me on my website, filled out the form on my website. I want to talk to Michelle. And the other one came from Facebook. And because I use Facebook so strategically, when I go out and talk, part of my signature talk is it's about how to build a personality brand, how to be pursued rather than pursuing. I have so much in my head that I start talking so fast to tell you all of it. How to build a personality brand, how to be pursued rather than pursuing, which is what I've learned how to do. And a part of it is Facebook is your power tool. And I get most of my clients off Facebook, and I get all my high-level clients off Facebook. I've monitored it over the years. Yet, I still get clients from my website, and now I'm getting clients from YouTube. Once I reopened that channel and I realized that was sitting there, and I'm getting clients from all those places, I would have missed all those YouTube clients if I had not reactivated that, if I had not followed the inspired action and opened that channel back up. And then it happened immediately, because you see, there are some people, it's hard for me to believe, that are not on Facebook or that don't like Facebook or aren't using Facebook, but they're on YouTube. I used to go on YouTube, and then I would like fall into this black hole of watching videos. And there are a lot of people that love to do YouTube, or she said she was using YouTube as her resource, like a Google resource, or if you would go on Facebook and look. So very interesting to know. And you have those channels open, and then the universe can connect the dots. So you can sit, you can do your manifesting, you can do your clear ask, which I talk about all the time, making a clear ask to the universe. But then it can also be more challenging for the universe. The universe can make the craziest things happen. I have all kinds of stories about the way things and people have come into my life. But when you're building your business and you want clients and income and you don't have time to sit around, I want them to find me directly online through Facebook, through my website, and through YouTube. And then if they come on my list, they can come to me through my email. And offline, I want to go out and speak. So I need to also attract speaking gigs. And I do that by opening channels. 2 years ago, I connected with somebody on Facebook because I had all those channels open. And she invited me to come and speak at her live event in Atlanta. And I loved it. It was a great event. Last year, she invited me to come back. And by the way, when she invited me 2 years ago, after she brought me on as a speaker, then she said, oh, I want you to know our keynote speaker is Lisa Nichols, and you get to spend 3 days with her. Lisa Nichols was on my bucket list to meet, and I had never seen her deliver a keynote live. And when she did, I will tell you, I had tears. I was crying. It was so powerful. I love watching really good speakers. So 2 years ago, it led to that. It led to a great speaking gig, which I'm going to tell you in just a second, has opened up more and more doors. And it was because I had all the channels open so she could find me, so the universe could connect us, could connect the dots. Last year, she invited me back again to speak at her event. And then at the end of last year, she told me, I'm doing a 15-city speaking tour, and I want you to come along to some of those cities. And I said, well, right now I have on my list 5-city speaking tour for 2018. The universe matched it up. Do you see? But we had to come together 2 years ago and last year. And again, so I am speaking in 5 cities on a speaking tour that she is doing. And it's so exciting, and it was on my list. People connect with me all the time on Facebook that find me, not just clients, but that speaking engagement today where I get to go to Costa Rica to a luxury retreat and be a part of delivering high value to people who have invested themselves and come there to learn about their soul purpose and their life calling and how to turn that into a business. Hello, that is right up my alley. That is what I do. And it's because I opened those channels and I showed up that people could find me. It happens all the time. So I want you, I challenge you, I encourage and urge you to look before another day goes by in 2018. What channels are open, and are your channels active? Your channels can be going out and networking. Your channels can be attending a live event and making connections. Your channels online are your social media, your website, your YouTube, Facebook, all of these things I've been talking about that are the way that I get clients, and that you can too. And the way that you get out there and you get found and you show up in Google searches when people are searching. It's getting out there, getting out there, getting out there. And then to look at ways that you also are going to bring in clients and income. So I have channels open so that people can find me as a speaker. And then how are you showing up? Are you staying consistent with those channels so the universe can connect the dots? Because then for the universe to connect the dots, you've opened the channels, you've gotten the information out there, and then it's about who you're being so that it's a match. These people came and found me because I'm showing up in the marketplace and I'm being this transformational coach and this thought leader and this speaker and this spiritual teacher and this coach. All of these things, so then people come and find me. So it's about opening the channels, keeping the channels active, seeing how many channels are open, how many ways you can make connections and have these channels open so the universe can do its part and connect the dots. And then it's about you being. It's your state of being. Tony Robbins shifted some things for me 2 years ago. I did some studying with him in his coach training, his strategic intervention, and his transformational coaching. And one of the things that stuck with me is he talks about your state of being. Tony talks about your state of being and managing your state of being. And coming from the world I come from, I talked a lot about emotional and mastering your emotions and managing your emotions. And then I talked about energy and managing your energy and mastering your energy. But your state of being, who are you being? Because the universe works with energy to match energy. It's not what you ask for. It's what you're feeling and thinking and being and doing. So there's this blend of that, and it's showing up in who are you being. So the other thing I coached my client on was, if you want to really practice your being, because you're going to open these channels, then you're going to practice your being. Pick a live event that is something that you are interested in, that you can learn from. And I just had another client do this last week, and I'll share her amazing results. Pick a live event. Live events have always been a part of my strategy. Before I was ever speaking and being a part of live events, I attended them. But you show up, and you don't show up saying, oh yeah, there's this tendency to get in with all the people who are struggling, and you want to be authentic and you want to meet and bond with people. But it is your chance to show up, be dressed in brand, show up in brand, and practice saying who you are and who you serve, what problem you solve, and for who. And my client last week did this, and I was telling the other client tonight, pick a live event that you really feel called to and show up and practice being who you are, showing up on brand, saying what you do, talking about it, and then making those connections. And one of my clients that was going to a big event last week that was full of inspirational speakers. So I coached her on this, and she said it made all the difference because she showed up, and because of who she was being and her state of being and her being able to speak for her business, which is what I teach my clients how to do, how to speak for your business. She said, you won't believe the connections I made and the people that were reaching out to me and the things that were happening. Because then she was magnetic and attracting that in, and the universe across the room, all over, could connect the dots. But she had to open the channels, and then she had to manage her state of being, and she had to be that. And that's what I want to get across to you. Hello, it's so good to see you all. Thank you. Think about these things, really take these things to heart. And I made a video for you just yesterday. I've lost track of my days and my nights right now. Just yesterday. And you can go and watch that also. And I talked to you on that about something that I just want to let you know about starting February 1st through the 21st. 21 days that you can work with me live, and we can work on all these things. Thank you for the hearts. This is an opportunity at a very easy yes investment of $100. You're going to get daily mindset and implementable actions. You're going to get coaching, and we're going to have live labs where I'm going to help you with your clear message, your clear offer, and the clear path that brings clients running towards you with their hands raised. I invite you to go to soulbrandsolution.com and sign up. As soon as you sign up, I'll put you in the Facebook group and we can start interacting, and I'll have things for you to work on. You'll have things to work on every day. Give me 21 days in February to give you this kind of coaching that I'm talking about and to help you get these things in place so the universe can come in and connect the dots. Private message me if you want to talk to me more before stepping in. Go to soulbrandsolution.com and step in. I want to coach you for 21 days. I want to help you really get this. Go watch my other video. Go back and watch all of this if you missed it. Get the key points and implement them. January is almost over. We're already about to move into February. And if you're looking for any other kind of high touch, high access coaching and you want to talk to me about that, just send me a private message. Okay, I'm going to try now to get myself settled down and start moving toward bed because I have another busy day. But after this, with the client and then with my mentor, I just had to share this with you. Thank you all for showing up, all you night owls and all you people on the other side of the world. I love that we can do this work online and globally and connect with people all over the world. It makes it even easier for the universe to do its part, for the universe to connect the dots. So I've told you your part. I've told you your part, so get to it. And if you want help and support, live coaching from me, soulbrandsolution.com. Thank y'all. Have a great night. Have a great day. Connect with me on Facebook, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.